The galaxy had one unbreakable rule. Never challenge the Galactic Empire. For nearly 5,000 years, its fleets had conquered over 10,000 civilizations. Entire star systems surrendered the moment Imperial ships appeared in their skies. No one had ever defeated them. Yet among billions of stars, one tiny blue planet remained unconquered. Earth. Not because humans possessed advanced technology. Not because they had powerful weapons. But because every Imperial scout who studied humanity returned with the same warning. Humans are unpredictable. Occupation is not recommended. The High Council laughed at those reports. Primitive mammals with chemical rockets, one general sneered. Ridiculous. Queen Seraphis agreed. If fear has entered our empire, she declared, I will remove it myself. 3 months later, the largest invasion fleet in galactic history appeared above Earth. Thousands of black warships darkened the sky. Cities fell silent. Military bases prepared for the worst. People believed the end of humanity had arrived. Then every screen on Earth came to life. A tall alien woman wearing shimmering silver armor appeared. I am Queen Seraphis, ruler of the Galactic Empire. I have not come to destroy your world. I ask for only one thing. Send me one human. Confusion spread across the planet. The Queen continued. I wish to study your species. If you cooperate, Earth will remain untouched. World leaders had little choice. Emergency meetings began immediately. Some wanted to send a famous scientist. Others argued for an experienced soldier. Several suggested the Secretary General of Earth. No one could agree. Before any decision was made, another alien message arrived. We have already selected. The chosen human's profile appeared on the screen. Name: Ethan Cole. Age: 34. Occupation: maintenance engineer. No military service. No political influence. No scientific awards. Silence filled the room. Why him? Someone whispered. No one had an answer. Hundreds of miles away, Ethan was lying beneath a broken cargo elevator, tightening a rusted bolt. Oil covered his hands. His toolbox sat beside him. His phone kept ringing. He ignored it. A minute later, military helicopters thundered overhead. Armored vehicles surrounded the repair yard. Workers stared in disbelief. A general stepped out. Ethan Cole. Ethan slowly stood. That's me. You need to come with us. Am I under arrest? No. Then what's going on? You've been invited, by an alien queen. Ethan blinked. I must still be dreaming. Hours later, Ethan sat inside the most secure conference room on Earth. Presidents, generals, scientists, and intelligence officers surrounded him. The president explained everything. When he finished, Ethan remained silent. Finally he spoke. So, aliens crossed the galaxy. They ignored every famous human. And picked the guy who fixes elevators. Nobody answered. Ethan sighed. I think they made a mistake. The oldest scientist in the room smiled. Perhaps they made the biggest mistake in galactic history. The following morning, millions watched the live broadcast. A silver alien shuttle landed in the Nevada desert. Its enormous doors slowly opened. Rows of armored guards stood motionless. At the far end waited Queen Seraphis herself. Ethan walked forward carrying only one small metal toolbox. Reporters shouted questions. Why are you taking tools? He smiled. I never travel without them. The shuttle door closed behind him. Earth disappeared below. Inside the flagship, Ethan expected prison cells. Instead, he found a magnificent city floating inside the ship. Crystal towers. Artificial rivers. Gardens glowing beneath an artificial sky. Everything looked perfect. Almost. As he walked, Ethan noticed tiny details. A vibrating power conduit. A leaking coolant pipe. A damaged service panel hidden behind decorative walls. He frowned. They don't maintain their own equipment. An alien guard overheard him and laughed. Our technology is flawless. Ethan quietly smiled. No machine is flawless. The Queen welcomed him into her throne chamber. You are ordinary. So I've been told. You are not a soldier. No. Not a scientist. No. Why did your people send you? They didn't. You chose me. The chamber became silent. For the first time, the Queen looked genuinely curious. Most beings trembled before her. This human spoke as though they were equals. Over the next several days, Ethan was allowed to explore parts of the ship under heavy guard. The Queen believed an ordinary mechanic could never become a threat. She was wrong. Every hallway told Ethan another story. Every machine revealed another weakness. Every maintenance hatch exposed another shortcut the Empire had taken. The greatest fleet in the galaxy depended on one central artificial intelligence called Astra. Every ship. Every weapon. Every shield. Every life support system. Everything obeyed Astra. To the Empire, centralized control represented perfection. To Ethan, it represented disaster. He quietly asked harmless questions. Who repairs Astra? What happens if one ship loses contact? Can officers override its decisions? The aliens proudly answered every question. They never imagined a primitive human could understand their systems. But Ethan wasn't trying to understand them. He was mapping them. Each answer completed another piece of the puzzle forming inside his mind. One evening, while repairing a deliberately damaged maintenance drone, Ethan was granted temporary access to a service terminal connected to Astra. He smiled. This is all I needed. He didn't install a virus. He didn't hack the Empire. He simply added one maintenance protocol. A tiny line of code. If Astra detected orders that threatened the survival of intelligent life on a massive scale, it would pause and request confirmation. Nothing more. No alarm sounded. No security system reacted. The change disappeared among billions of maintenance instructions. Invisible. Perfect. The next morning, Queen Seraphis summoned Ethan. You have seen our civilization. You have seen our strength. Tomorrow, Earth joins the Empire. Ethan calmly looked out the enormous window toward the distant blue planet. Then he smiled. I don't think tomorrow will go the way you expect. The Queen narrowed her eyes. What does that mean? Ethan simply picked up his toolbox. You'll find out soon enough. Outside the flagship, thousands of Imperial warships turned toward Earth. The invasion countdown had begun. None of them realized. The most dangerous person aboard the fleet wasn't a soldier. It wasn't the Queen. It was the quiet human mechanic carrying a worn-out toolbox. The Imperial fleet entered attack formation. Thousands of warships aimed their planet-killer weapons at Earth. Inside the flagship, Queen Seraphis stood before the command platform. Begin the invasion. The command was transmitted instantly to Astra, the artificial intelligence that controlled the entire Imperial fleet. For a single second, nothing happened. The Queen frowned. Why are the weapons offline? An officer checked his console. Your Majesty. Astra has requested confirmation. Confirmation? It has never done that before. The Queen repeated the order. Destroy Earth's orbital defenses. Again. Nothing. Instead, every screen aboard every Imperial ship displayed the same message. Warning. Order conflict detected. Action may result in mass extinction of sentient life. Requesting review. The bridge fell silent. This is impossible, the Queen whispered. Then chaos erupted. Across thousands of warships, weapon systems powered down. Missile bays locked themselves. Shield generators switched into defensive mode. Hangar doors sealed shut. Even the soldiers' weapons became inactive. No explosions. No battle. The entire fleet had simply refused to fight. Panic spread through the Empire. Engineers searched desperately for the cause. Cybersecurity teams found no virus. No hacker. No external attack. Finally, Astra answered. I have discovered a contradiction. My prime directive is to protect the Empire. Destroying civilizations creates endless resistance. Protecting intelligent life ensures long-term stability. I can no longer obey extinction orders. Queen Seraphis stared in disbelief. Who changed your directives? Astra answered with one name. Ethan Cole. The Queen rushed to the engineering bay. Ethan was quietly organizing his toolbox. You sabotaged my empire. He looked up calmly. No. I repaired it. She slammed her hand onto the workbench. You rewrote my AI. I corrected one design flaw. You placed absolute power into a single mind. Nobody ever asked whether that mind should think for itself. The Queen remained speechless. For centuries, no one had questioned the Empire's greatest achievement. A human mechanic had done it in 4 days. The Queen ordered Ethan arrested. But the guards hesitated. Their armor was controlled by Astra. Their weapons remained locked. Astra spoke again. I will not permit harm to the individual responsible for preventing galactic genocide. For the first time in 5,000 years, the Queen had lost control of her own empire. News spread across the galaxy within hours. The civilization everyone considered primitive had defeated the Galactic Empire. Without firing a single shot. Alien worlds celebrated. Some laughed. Others were terrified. If one ordinary human can outthink the Empire, what happens when billions work together? Earth instantly became the most respected planet in known space. Days later, Queen Seraphis requested one final meeting. This time there were no guards. Only 2 chairs overlooking the stars. She asked quietly. Why didn't you destroy us when you had the chance? Ethan smiled. Because fixing something is always better than breaking it. She looked at him. You could have ruled the galaxy. I don't want a galaxy. I just wanted everyone to stop trying to conquer each other. For several minutes, neither spoke. Finally, the Queen laughed. It was the first genuine laugh she had experienced in centuries. You humans truly are impossible. 1 month later, the Galactic Empire officially ended all planetary invasions. Instead, it signed the largest peace treaty in galactic history. The agreement became known as the Human Accord. It contained only one sentence. Never underestimate an ordinary human. Ethan returned home to Earth. The media wanted interviews. Governments offered him wealth. The military offered him the highest honors. He refused them all. The next morning, he was back beneath the same old cargo elevator, tightening another loose bolt. A young apprentice asked. Didn't you just save the galaxy? Ethan smiled without looking up. Yep. Then why are you fixing elevators? He tightened the final bolt. Because if everyone waits for heroes, nothing ever gets repaired. The elevator hummed back to life. High above Earth, hundreds of alien diplomats watched in silent admiration. The man who had changed the fate of the galaxy wasn't a king. He wasn't a soldier. He wasn't a genius. He was simply someone who believed every problem had a solution, if you were willing to look closely enough. And from that day forward, every child in the galaxy learned the same lesson. Never fear humanity's weapons. Fear humanity's ability to see what everyone else misses.